First on the scale, the main event from the featherweight division, number 12, Melky Zael Costa. 145.5 for Melky Zael Costa. And now your featherweight main event, the number 7 ranked Arnold Almighty Allen. 145.5 for Arnold Allen. And now from the women's strawweight division, Poliana Viana. 115.5 for Poliana Viana. And now from the bantamweight division, Bernardo Sopage. 136 for Bernardo Sopage. And now from the light heavyweight division, Tuco Tokos. 205.5 for Tuco Tokos. From the middleweight division, Andre Petrosky. 185.5 for Andre Petrosky. And from the women's strawweight division, Nicole Coliati. 115.5 for Nicole Coliati. And from the women's strawweight division, Alice Ardeleon. 116 for Alice Ardeleon. And now your 215-pound catchweight bout, Modestas Bukauskas. 213.5 for Modestas Bukauskas. And from the flyweight division, Danielle Barez. 125.5 for Danielle Barez. And from the bantamweight division, Juan Diaz. 135.5 for Juan Diaz. And now your featherweight co-main event, Danielle Santos. 145 for Danielle Santos. And his featherweight opponent, Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi. 146 for Korean Superboy. And from the flyweight division, Luis Goudelet. 125.5 for Luis Goudelet. And from the women's strawweight division, Shauna Mama B. Bannon. 115.5 for Shauna Bannon. And from the bantamweight division, Malcolm Wellmaker. 135.5 for Malcolm Wellmaker. And from the lightweight division, Tommy Gant. 156 for Tommy Gant. And now your 215-pound catchweight bout, Christian Edwards. 214 and a half for Christian Edwards. And from the light heavyweight division, Ivan Erzlan. 205 and a half for Ivan Erzlan. And from the women's bantamweight division, the number 5 ranked Ketlin, the Phenom Vieira. 136 for Ketlin Vieira. And now her bantamweight opponent, the number 11 ranked Jacqueline Cavalcanti. 135 and a half for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. And now from the welterweight division, Chaos, the Ox Fighter Williams. 170 and a half for Chaos Williams. From the lightweight division, Artur Minev. 155 for Artur Minev. From the welterweight division, Nikolai Veretennikov. 170 and a half for Nikolai Veretennikov. Up next on the scale from the bantamweight division, Twilight Timmy Kwamba. 136 for Twilight Timmy Kwamba. Up next on the scale from the middleweight division, Cody Brundage. 185 and a half for Cody Brundage.